We build massive steel cities and convince ourselves we have finally conquered the wild, untamed natural world. Then we stand before the Himalayas. This massive geological wall acts as a strict physical threshold where human ego fractures and the heavens begin. Thousands of adventurers arrive every year, desperate to conquer these summits. Meanwhile, the range guards peaks so sacred that no human footprint has ever been allowed upon them. We are going on a journey to find why these mountains drive our deepest ambitions to win, while simultaneously demanding our absolute surrender. The journey starts in the lower valleys, where life adapts to the colossal terrain. After the winter snows melt away, the landscape erupts into the Valley of Flowers, a vibrant explosion of over 600 species fighting for their moment in the sun. This fleeting life relies on ancient ice melting high above. Deep in the granite walls lies the Gangotri Glacier, the frozen birthplace of the sacred Ganges River that feeds hundreds of millions downstream. Where biology struggles, human devotion takes root. Clinging to a sheer rock face 3 kilometers above sea level, the Tiger's Nest Monastery defies gravity, appearing as if it were painted directly onto the mountain. This architectural marvel grew from a legend of spiritual isolation. In the 8th century, Guru Rinpoche reportedly flew to this cliffside on a tigress to meditate for 3 years, leaving behind a place of profound significance. In the valleys below, communal devotion takes shape in the Punakatsang, the Palace of Great Happiness, built precisely where 2 rushing mountain rivers collide. At the foundations of the range, both biology and faith share a singular strategy. They thrive through humility, adapting to nature's monumental scale rather than fighting it. As the altitude increases, the air thins, and the valleys fall away, you are entering a domain that abruptly strips off every layer of modern human comfort. This is the realm of the 8,000-meter giants. Nanga Parbat towers over the landscape, with a sheer south face that drops an astonishing 4,600 meters into the valley. Reaching these heights demands a vicious toll. Trekkers navigate maze-like glaciers and cross deep crevasses, testing the absolute limits of their physical and mental resilience. At the center of this world sits Mount Everest, a dark pyramid that has served as the primary obsession for human ambition for generations. The drive to reach its summit is legendary, a feat historically anchored by the 1953 ascent of Sir Edmund Hillary. Yet that triumph relied entirely on indigenous strength and expertise, personified by the resilience of Tenzing Norgay. These grueling altitudes act as a spiritual forge. They freeze the climber's arrogance, peeling away the ego and reducing human ambition to its most fragile, resilient essence. Above the zone of ambition lies a realm where humanity must yield to pure reverence. Here, geological forms dictate local faith. The protective ridges of Ama de Blanc resemble a mother's arms, making the mountain a natural symbol of protection for those living in its shadow. When the rock takes on perfect geometry, it inspires direct worship. The pyramid shape of Shivling represents a seamless intersection of ancient faith and geology. Above all others stands Mount Kailash. Revered by 4 world religions, this peak remains the range's final, untouched sanctuary, entirely free of a single human footprint. Instead of climbing, devotees trace its perimeter. They undertake the Kora, a grueling 52-kilometer pilgrimage circuit, believed to cleanse a lifetime of sins through the simple act of walking. Here, at the spiritual apex of the range, we find that some heights are far more powerful when they remain unclimbed. Ultimately, the path through these mountains forces a journey inward. The sheer, unforgiving scale of the rock faces shifts our internal perspective. This geological marvel has a unique power to dwarf us, pushing humanity back into its rightful, humble position in the natural order. Whether you are an elite mountaineer pushing your limits or a pilgrim walking an ancient path, The mountains act as an unyielding mirror to the soul. In the face of nature's ancient cathedral, we are reminded that we are merely passing guests. You do not need to stand on top of Everest to find your life's purpose. Sometimes, standing at the base of your greatest challenges, with reverence and courage, is exactly how you reach enlightenment.